Rogers lead him to the green flag here at Dubai for the third to last race of the season. Into the devastating turn number 1. Vincent Allen on the bumper of the 48 gives him the bump. Contact there for the lead. Side by side, Allen not giving the 48 much room to work with. I think Allen knows that if he's going to want to take the lead from Lamas, he's going to have to make sure Lamas has no room. Duda slides into 4th. Rogers goes from 2nd to 3rd. Being on the outside lane did not help that 3 car. Lamas pulls out to the lead. Oh boy, CM Pollard 3rd. Back there behind Duda, looks for a move, stayed out of it. Now looks under him. 3 wide for 3rd. And Pollard transferring very far ahead. Lamas looks like he will be the leader coming to the flag to take the first lap. But it's now not going to give up. Less than 10 drivers still have a shot to make it to the championship at Chicago in a few weeks. Since all we've got is this race in Castle Gorge next, and then the championship. To qualify for the title, you have to be at least 185 points. That's a full race of points behind to qualify for that title. And Pollard, 7th in the points, knows that he needs to get a great run here if he wants a shot at it. That incident with him and DeMax really put a damper on him. Carl Sander would knock Matt Duncan hard into the wall, rebounding off into DJ Curtis as they crashed hard into the tire barrier. This is back on lap number 1. And keep in mind, Carl Sander and Matt Duncan are on the same team. Sean Gallagher had an interesting last week at Las Vegas. Eric Byrne was up in front that entire night. Sean Gallagher took a no-tire gamble on those final 5 laps to try and go for a win. Could not hold off Nick Mace, but they both had quite the interesting nights. And Eric Byrne also was the winner here last season, so he's looking to try and defend his win as he sits a little bit farther back in about 5th place. And this race is still early. This race is actually going to be the longest Dubai race we've ever had. An extra 4 laps. Doesn't seem like much for a viewer, but it's a lot for these drivers. And Alex Allen bound for a 9th spot. Cavanero is also another driver who is trying to sneak in into the championship as he sits 9th in the points. Points leader Daniel Day is right behind Dylan Young in the 2. And Alex Allen now back onto the bumper of the 83. Cavanero didn't exactly have the best race at Las Vegas. Alex Allen was up there, almost won the Las Vegas race until pit stops really knocked him out. Well, until he had a problem during the caution period. And then there's also Dylan Young back there, who is 3rd in the points, trying to stay ahead of Day so he can be in the championship. Look at this, we got 3 cars battling for the lead. CM Pollard 3rd, right behind Lamas, Vincent Allen, Rogers, and a couple of others. Rogers and Galligan also up there. Lamas has not been able to pull away from these guys. As Allen and Pollard side by side, this is what Lamas needs to see. Oh boy, some rough battling between those two. Allen wants that 2nd place position. He does not want Pollard to go by. On board really with Pollard. Here. He's trying to sneak past the 91. Ooh, gives him a nudge. Contact there. Backs off. Thank goodness. That would have been a wreck. But Pollard gained a lot of criticism last week after making it 3 wide while going for 2nd place against his own teammate Eugene DeMax. And until that point, DeMax was going to take the points lead. But Pollard making it 3 wide and causing them to both wreck and DeMax to flip over. It was quite a bad move. Texanati probably would have gained so much position in that points battle had that not happened. However, Pollard is trying to make up for it with a top 3 run here at the moment. We'll have to find DeMax currently sits in 20th spot. I don't think Demax has ever really run well here at all, as he's behind Baskinger. Sanford is hounding him at the moment. Bunch of drivers who haven't been up in the front much are up here, although kind of surprising seeing, I think that's Nick Smith behind, and 22nd it is. Nick Smith surprised a lot of people with that top 10 finish at Las Vegas last week. It was a big celebration for that team, as his teammate Collard also got a podium spot. It was the first time Retro Racing Enterprises ever even got a top 10 for both their cars. Look at Washer about to turn that 84, might just do so. And Max wanting to see that, he needs to gain some ground. He still is he's a position behind Demax for the points lead at the moment. Like if Demax finishes ahead of Day, he takes the points lead by merit. And oh my, Demax not playing This nice. Has got to be one of the best battles of the year so far. Allen and Pollard are just putting on a show. Lamas just cannot pull a big gap like he should be able to here. Pollard trying to rub the 91 off a little bit. Rogers and Galligan, y'all might not be able to see it, but they're having a pretty good battle back there as well. This track has become a fan favorite in the past couple of years. And this is why. Epic battling going on all sides of the racetrack. These two are not going to let off, are they? I don't think Lamas is going to protest this. Lamas won here in Season 6. I don't think he'll have a problem with winning here again, considering how his season's gone, as SG Motorsports has just struggled this year outside of a couple of Sanford wins. Really hard battle going on right here between all like 9,000 of these cars. No one just can pull a gap on anybody because there's just so much battling and it's so hard to complete a pass. Dylan Young was another driver who failed to benefit from Daniel Day wrecking last week. In fact, Day just crunched into the back of that 71, which cost him a potential spot in the potential points lead takeaway. I can't speak today. But Dylan Young, Demax both lost many opportunities. That was not what they needed last week, so they are trying to make up for it. But however, Daniel Day is quite farther up ahead than Dylan Young is at the moment. Daniel Day would stay out an extra lap for pit stops. Everybody else except for him and Cole Daly pitted. So they really stretched that fuel a little bit farther than we thought they would. We'll see where they transfer out. Lamas and Vincent Allen would get out first. Daniel Day comes out now. Well, Lamas holds the lead after pit stops. Vincent Allen still not too far behind him. Vincent Allen's putting on a show today. He is definitely doing a lot better than he really should be in that car. And he's been amazing the second half of the season, putting a car that should be in 39th in the top 10 almost every week. Just imagine what he could do in a top ride. Sean Galligan benefited pretty well from that pit stop. He went from 5th to 3rd, while Pollard went from 2nd to 5th. So right now, Galligan in the top 3. Galligan's had quite a couple of moments, like when he flipped last season here. He got turned by someone, I forget who it was. I think it might have been Sanford or Noah Hart. He just got turned into the wall and flipped over. It was a pretty violent wreck because this track doesn't have many safer barriers. And he's doing pretty well. He actually is I think he may be running down that 48 and the 91, so Galligan could definitely be a contender for the win today. Eugene Demax's and Dylan Young's pit crews, ironically second and third in the points. Their pit crews just face planted in that pit stop. Demax fell all the way from 18th to 26th. Battling for 25th with, I think that's fibrosis. Yeah, that is. And then you got freaking, why I say freaking, Dylan Young fell all the way from 12th to 30th, so I don't think that was quite a good pit stop by that team, and that might have cost them a championship spot. On the back of Alan Cavanero, that is Daniel Day behind him. Cavanero needs to finish ahead of Daniel Day today if he wants a shot at the title. If he wants to get into a championship race next week at Castle Gorge. Day, however, is still in the top 10 and he is given a fight. And with Max Young, Vibrelsis in the back, I think Day is just mainly, for the most part, taking it easy. On board with Vincent Allen, right behind Cody Lamas, trying to get by. Vincent Allen's been running faster than laps. Has been running faster laps than Lamas has. As this is a street course, in case you haven't yet noticed, and I'm sure you have. But Allen's doing a pretty good job right behind that 48, wanting to get by. Allen can see a win incoming. But with Lamas in front of him, and with Lamas' tendencies to defend the lead pretty aggressively, I don't exactly see Vincent Allen passing without some sort of a contact issue. Hey look, Joseph Curtis made it into a race. How about that? Alex Allen with a problem in the one car. He was very slow on that last lap, and he was 18th at the time. And that is another tough break for that one car team. That's the second straight week that they've had some sort of mechanical failure. He gets into pit road, and if he can make it to his pit stall, I think they'll be able to get that car back out on track. But tough break for Alex Allen. No luck for him whatsoever. This is the battle for the lead still. However, Lamas is starting to make a pull. Is actually starting to pull away from Vincent Allen here. You'll see it's a helicopter camera that follows these cars during the race. However, we've never been able to get a camera on that helicopter for, well, military reasons. I mean, you can see the ocean to the left, then the city on the right. It's a very interesting course. Luckily, the walls are high enough to where nobody can fall in the water, although that would be quite interesting to see. But you can see Sean Galligan barely entering the picture. He wants in the fight for this lead, but pit stops are about to begin. Daniel Day once again, along with Cole Daly again, opting to stay out an extra lap on the regular windowed pit stop. I think Day and Daly want to have the fast. They want the best tires on this last green flag run. So they are playing conservative, and Day, man, he's going to be quite quick. It's worked for him. He stayed in the top 10 this entire race with this strategy, so we'll see if he can start moving up in the top 5. Lamas stays the leader in the 48 cars. He's with Alex Allen now. I think Allen might let him by. Hopefully, Alex Allen's usually a very respectful lap car. He does let him go. Alex Allen lets him go. Lamas keeps the lead after the final pit stop of the day. Vincent Allen lost some ground there. Sean Galligan didn't really lose any ground, but now he's caught the second place car. Lamas' pit crew doing it, getting it done. Now all Lamas has got to do for these final 10 laps is just get this car around and hold on to this victory. Oh boy, Galligan, ooh boy, almost just wrecked that 91. Dives into the corner, into Alex Allen, gets right on by him, this 44. He is on a mission at the moment. But this is uncle and nephew. I don't think Alex Allen's going to just let him by. Oh man, look at Alex Allen on the outside of Galligan. Vincent looking under low. I think Galligan's too fast. He is. Galligan does clear. That almost worked out in Vincent Allen's favor, but staying respectful. Do not want to get involved in a potential bout for the win here. But Alex Allen's not going to let him get away. Chris Washer hard to the wall. Oh my, oh my, oh god, oh god. Oh, Nico Hall involved. They're in the points. Rex here. And we always get a wreck in that particular area of the racetrack. It happens there every season, and that was... let's take a look at that again here. I think Dylan Young, out of frustration, just turned that 36 and wrecked them both out. And oh, Nico Hall just clobbered that 36. Tough break for Hall and Washer. I think Dylan Young let his frustration get to him as that car is just falling back since the start. Galgan is on the move. He caught Lamas really quickly. Oh my goodness. Look at that. With ease, Galgan just goes around and overtakes Cody Lamas for the lead. First proper lead change of the day. A power move by Sean Galgan. He heads into the lead, but can he keep it? Only a couple of laps to go. Oh, that is heartbreaking for Lamas. Oh my goodness me. Galgan's gonna once again try and win despite not even dominating at all. Just less than 2 seconds behind these guys, however, are much more faster cars. Eric Byrne, Zach Rogers, Jason Trost. They are moving towards the leaders. Nick Mays, Sanford Block. They are fighting their way forward in these closing laps. They know, and at least Eric Byrne right now knows that he could definitely go for this win, but he is charging like a madman right now. His teammate is the leader, so he might have a good shot. Oh my God, less than 5 laps to go. Galgan, Rogers, Trost, Sanford, many others coming in. We're hearing a lot of teams didn't put in enough fuel. They underestimated how much fuel was going to be needed for the rest of this race. I told you those 4 laps would matter. Oh my goodness, Galgan gives up the lead. That transfers Lamas back into it. Oh, Lamas couldn't make it either. That puts Eric Byrne into the lead. Lamas did not get enough fuel in there. This is why I bet. I mean, he pitted. He was the first one on pit road for most pit stops, and that might have cost him. He has no choice but to come in and get a quick splash. Eric Byrne to the lead, but does he have enough fuel to make it to the finish? Nick Mace is second. Pollard is in third. If Byrne can make it on gas, and I think he should, this is an interesting turn of events. 4 laps to go. Can Barton just ease that car around for a couple more times, or will he have to pit? No, he stays out. He's not pitting. Daniel just, he's got word. He's good to go. Daniel Day can make it. And I think it's showing why. They told him to push. As he works by Pollard for 4th. Pollard is actually starting to drop. He dropped a block on that last lap. On this, on that last lap. So right now, 2 very similar looking cars battling it out for 4th. But I don't think Day wants to be doing that. He wants to go for the lead. Oh boy, Vincent Allen. Lamas fell to 23rd and 24th is where they are charging past Noah Hart here. Oh, Lamas go. No, Noah Hart gets turned by Vincent Allen. Oh my, oh God, oh God. Oh, Noah Hart's on his roof. Oh, Trost gets a hit. Oh, Seth Cole gets involved. Oh God, watch out. Hart didn't, oh, Jacob Hart didn't even let off the brakes. Oh man, looking at this again. Allen just turned the 88. And oh my goodness, 3rd in the points. And then here comes Jason Trost, that's 5th in the points. Seth Cole. Oh my goodness me, that's a bunch of title contenders that just got killed by that wreck. Well, not killed, but just got smashed by that one. Oh boy, Dylan Young probably thought that was kind of familiar right there. And Noah Hart, he just flipped over. Look at, oh man, look at Washer. I think Washer might have given the middle finger as he passed by. A little bit of some payback after what happened earlier. He got a pretty good view of that one. Turned left as soon as he saw the 88 in the air. Poor Trosh, you can see he had nowhere to go. Had nothing to do. He just had nothing to do with that. And I don't think Vincent Allen is going to be very much liked after that. Tempers have flared here in Dubai about the white flag. It's Eric Byrne who made the correct fuel call. They are telling him he's good to go. Just keep a steady pace, and he's got this race won. Last season, he won here in dominating fashion, driving for Harper Motorsports like he is this season. It was a 15 car. It was in a Mitsubishi. Eric Byrne announced a a month ago that he was not going to be returning to full-time racing next season. However, he will close off his indefinitely final season here. He dominated and absolutely murdered at Road Atlanta earlier this season. And he has absolutely made the perfect call here at Dubai, put in the correct amount of gas, stayed in the top 10 the entire race long. Down to that final straightaway for the most part here. Into the final turn. Kind of slow through there, but I think he's fine. Eric Byrne coming off the final corner. He will score his second win of the season here at Dubai. And Hop Motorsports gets their third win of the season.